Okay, so we are on, I guess. So I guess this is EdcampHOME, and this is a group that we're doing over augmented reality, something of which I know nothing about. So I'm your moderator, yay! Um, so I'm Chris. I'll just start out first with introductions, I guess. I'm Chris. I'm a high school English teacher in Taipei, Taiwan, at a parochial school out here. It is officially 1:47 in the morning, and I am
Wow.
tired as heck. And I'm sick, and I have to wake up in 3 more hours to watch the Chiefs lose a football game. So that'll be a ton of fun. So besides that, though, it's cool to be with you guys. So anybody else want to talk?
Hi, I'm Karen. I'm in New York City. It's 12:47 in the afternoon, and I'm in my pajamas. Um, and it's the end of my winter break, so I'm excited to do this and then go back to bed, maybe? I don't know. But I teach at the school at Columbia University. It's in Manhattan, and I work with middle schoolers, students, and faculty, and I help them integrate technology. And I just learned about Aurasma a few months ago, and I was trying to figure out ways to get the kindergartner teachers, particularly, to have the kids and their iPads do some sort of shares around the classroom whenever their parents come to visit by using the Aurasma overlays. And if you put the iPad over one of their drawings, then maybe they get to a class video singing or something. I found that Aurasma kept crashing, so if there were other tools or other uses, I'm happy to hear about them. But I just thought it would make things more lively and interesting if, unlike a QR code, which takes you to a website, so you lose the interactivity of what you're looking at, you know, like the idea of an overlay means that you can still see the original thing behind it, but the screen in front of you will show something augmented and fascinating. So I like that interactivity.
Um, my name's Brenda Jones. I'm from Little Cypress Elementary in Orange, Texas. And I've been using the Aurasma a little bit in my classroom as well. I've been having my students record each other with a summary. I teach third grade. They summarize a book, and then they overlay it with the Aurasma app on top of the book they were reading. So the other students can go grab the book and scan it with the Aurasma app and hear their summary of the book before they decide to read it. We've been enjoying that a lot.
Can I ask a quick question? Are they storing the video on their device, or are they making a channel for the class to use?
They're storing it on their device. We have the Samsung tablets in our classroom. We have one-to-one. We're on a pilot program right now, and that's what they're using. But that's about as far as we've gotten with it, and they're just saving it as a video on their tablet.
So is there a way to like store that video in the cloud so that any device anywhere, can access it in the room when they look for what?
There probably is. I just have not found that yet. So if anybody knows, let me know.
That's what I would have.
Any other ideas?
I like the idea of using like a book club. I mean, because we've done that. I had a Google site that I made like 6 years ago where we had the books and the titles and kids writing book reviews and stuff. And then someone more recently made a more dynamic looking site so it mimics Goodreads or Shelfari. But the idea of using the Aurasma for that is really great. I'm totally going to use that and credit you, don't worry. What other apps are there? Maybe we should research while we talk.
There's the Color app, the Color Mix that you can use. You can download off of their website, colorapp.com, and it has coloring pages that allows them to. You're able to print them out there for free, and then you let them color it, and then it comes to life when they scan it with their Color Mix app. So that's just something we play around with to kind of get them introduced to it. But
I've seen some really cool examples, not with my actual eyeballs, but online of public art displays that cities will commission, and they paint these huge walls, and then you hold up your device, and then things happen unexpectedly. Like you only see that if you're using the device, like kind of like using 3D glasses. And that strikes me as something awesome too. Like if a school does something so that at every, you know how next to every classroom there's usually like a door sign that says the name of the classroom or who's the teacher there. So if you could like scan the door sign and then suddenly you see a video of something happening in that classroom, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
You could sell it to them like graffitiing like a classroom door, you know?
Yeah.
Good idea.
No one said anything. Did you guys see the thing about the augmented reality, the cubes? I think there was a Kickstarter. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Which one?
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh my goodness, how awesome is that? I'm posting the link. I think I'm posting the link under the chat. So maybe you got the pop up on the little I don't know where the chat is. But there are these cubes. It's like they're wooden cubes that this company made, and like when you use, I think it's like a proprietary AR software. When you take your iPad or your phone or whatever and you hold it over, the cubes, like each side of the cube has a different element. So there's like a hydrogen side on one of these cubes, and there's an oxygen, and when you put them together, it like changes to show like water. It's just
Yeah, I
unreal.
saw that. It's pretty sick.
Oh, it's so cool. I'm an English teacher, so I have no reason to use that, but that didn't stop me from genuinely wanting that.
I guess I like the idea of enhancing an existing project with this additional layer rather than replacing something unnecessarily. Because, I mean, certainly as an English teacher, you can read books and have people do reports or dress up in character like I used to do in high school in the 90s. And there's something to be said for that. There's merit to just going in front of your class and doing a public presentation, which is important. But there's also something interesting about just having this like wall of characters, like a virtual museum, and kids can record that and do it. But I'm wondering if it's important enough to do that instead of just stepping in front of a classroom and presenting. You know what I mean? Like I get torn between using the technology unnecessarily or using it to actually enhance. But when it is online, when it is accessible, then at least you can share with people, just like we're sharing right now, and we're clearly not face to face. So I'm wondering, like how, and I don't know the tool well enough to know how to take it to the next level. Like if you have, I'm sorry, I can't see your name, Brenda. But if Brenda has these book reports and these reviews that kids are sharing, and they're able to look at the, scan the book cover in their classroom and listen to this review, is it worth it? And is it possible to then spread that and then connect with other classrooms or build a repository of book reviews that anyone in the school can listen to just by scanning the book cover?
Well, I do know that if you connect to that person's channel on Erasmus, everybody has a channel, and if you connect to their channel and save it like they become your friend, you're able to use any of the things that they have done on their channel. Right. So let's say that I did have them do a summary for a book. If somebody else in a different classroom decides to set me up as their channel or use my channel, they can see anything we've done, so they can scan any of the books that I've done.
I like the idea of using the channels for sure. I'm hesitant, like for kindergarten especially. I don't think they can use it. So it has to be like classroom based. But maybe you get a classroom to share with another classroom. I guess that's the way.
Right. You could definitely do that. I was just thinking there is another app. Gosh, I can't remember the name of it right now. But for kindergarten, it's for alphabet, and the student can scan a little card that has the letter on it, and the letter pops up into a certain animal that would remind them of that letter. And gosh, it is driving me crazy right now because I cannot remember the name of that app. As soon as I remember it, I'll try to type it in or something.
Does it pop up kind of like 3D?
Yes.
Oh, sweet.
It pops up 3D. Like for they have an alligator, and it pops up a little alligator that's in 3D, and it's really neat. So I'll try to remember the name of that. It left my mind.
Does anybody use AR sites or AR media?
I haven't.
there's an AR media that is a player, and I use different geometric shapes. I teach math, and so at the secondary level, and I can open polyhedra and cubes and rotate them in the classroom for the kids to see them in 3D. It's really pretty cool just using a marker. You put that under your document camera, and it brings up the 3D picture. It's really cool.
Oh.
And GE also has a website that does an augmented reality visual for the kids to see for a green community, like using wind power or using solar power. So the kids can see. It just opens up right in front of them. It's really cool. If I knew how to type in anything on this, I would type the links for you. But all I see here is comment tracker.
Can you go up to? I saw Karen posted, like Deborah says, gee, he has a website that does AR. Do you have the little comment? The chat thing on the top left, like on that left bar. There's all the different like apps.
Hey, there it is.
Hey, sweet.
Oh, thank you. Now I can tell you, but I'll have to find it. So I'll.
Hey, can you guys see like the Q&As, the Q&As that are popping up? Did you see Arlie Barton just said that the app is AR Flashcards Animal Alphabet?
There it is. Thank you.
That's pretty cool. People are watching this. Awesome.
That's
there was
awesome.
also
Flashcards Animal Alphabet.
Terry Eichholz. Oh, I think I just canceled her comment. Oh no, sorry, Terry. Terry, Eichholz just tweeted me, and I'll share the link. I'm actually just going to share the link to her tweet, so that way she gets the credit. But she said she had a ton of augmented reality resources that I'm going to post real quick here.
What was her name? Do you remember?
Terry Eichholz, and I'm going to let me see.
Awesome.
She's on Twitter as Terry with an I Eichholz, and I just posted that under the comments, under the chat, that is. She said she uses Aurasma a lot for augmented reality. When you use Aurasma Studio, any device can access it.
Mm-hmm.
So Terry, if you're listening, I don't know if you're watching from the outside in, but then is that cloud? I think the question earlier was like, is that cloud-based, where like any device, I guess, without having installed whatever, can access that? Maybe she'll answer. Mm-hmm.
I get it having to be channel-based, because otherwise you could have something that that launches an overlay, you know, like, here, look, I started taking vitamins. My sister's making me. So, like, I could have a video that this launches, and you could have something this launches. So you'd have to watch my channel to see what I think Centrum should, you know, like, spawn.
What would that video be, out of curiosity? What's your overlay on that one?
Me, the crazy cat lady, no doubt.
And I
Not
think
that there's
there
anything wrong with it.
No, I think that there are certain like things that are higher than like one channel. Like, this is the dumbest example in the world, but the first time I actually got to like see the AR on my own, I'm embarrassed to finish the sentence. There was an Oreo package that I found. No, it gets worse. There's an Oreo package, and when you scan it in with Aurasma, it like pops up a three-dimensional like a stage for like a One Direction concert, and like so the stage shows up. I know, I'm so lame. It pops up, and then like they're on there and they're singing and they're dancing, and it was fascinating. I kept an Oreo package for 6 months, and I would be like, "Can I show you what this Oreo package has?" And people would run away. But like I didn't install anything. I didn't subscribe to a channel, so there must be some way that like that is universal to the device.
Right.
But then Karen's like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and on the Aurasma website, they have this example where you basically hold up your device to your laptop screen, and then it pulls up this, I don't know, this rendering of some guy in costume. It wasn't Dorian Gray, but it was something similar, some historical figure.
Terry said any device, Terry Eichholz. She's a boss. Any device that has Erasmus installed and the user is subscribed to the channel will see the video. There you go. So I'm kind of curious. I don't know if you guys have more experience of this kind of stuff, but it's really cool to me. I guess I keep trying to come back to the idea of like, what does that look like in a classroom? Like, what is the practical purpose? Like the alphabet letters seems like you can, like that's pretty simple. So I keep coming back to like, okay, how can I like actually use that in real life? Do you have students, like, would you optimally have students making AR stuff with the Erasmus Studio, or like just scanning many things in?
I haven't used it yet. Can you guys hear me, first of all?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, I haven't used it yet, but I envisioned it kind of like Brenda's doing with the textbook or the books the students are reading, but even like with, let's say, history, or taking like battles and showing, you know, the different, again, I haven't done it, but I'm thinking using Erasmus to scan in an image that's a still from, like, you know, a war, and then having it tell what happened or who was involved, kind of like a synopsis as a review, or to just however the kids want to use it.
Maybe
Or
their own
then in science,
timeline.
taking the full, yeah, something. Again, I haven't done it, but just starting with like a picture, which might be more still in one object. But in science, taking like the periodic table and doing the elements and splitting it up with the class. So as a review game, or to learn them, or to tell the class, or to teach, you know, so they all have everything on one piece. You know, start something where it's contained and then grow on it. In your case, it's like each book. But I do like the idea that Karen mentioned, keeping like that library going. In math, I want to check out actually what Deborah said before too. That sounds pretty cool. Now, Deborah, on yours, you said you only need a pen to put under your camera. Can you elaborate on that pen? Because I've seen it done with glasses where you can see the 3D images, but can you give us a little bit more on that?
It's
And I
not
know
a
you gave us the website.
Yeah, I was still looking for the website for GE. I found one that was a demo, so you could see it on YouTube. But
Okay.
it even has it so that
Yeah, share that.
you blow into the microphone on your PC or your handheld device, and it makes the propellers go around on the wind one.
What?
It's really, for the kids,
Awesome.
it's really cool, even for me. There's not a pen that I put under. It's a marker, but I didn't mean it as a pen. It's a picture. So
Okay, I
there's different
misunderstood. Sorry.
pictures. No, that's okay. There's one particular picture you use for AR. And I use it as my marker, and I set it under my document camera on my desk, and as soon as it gets in view and focused, then it shows on my screen in the classroom the image. So I have a document camera, a laptop, and a projector. The document camera I put the picture in view of the document camera. I can do it with my laptop too, just by putting it up in front of the camera on my laptop.
Cool.
But you just put the marker in the view of the camera you're using, and then it plays it in the AR Media software, which is free, and it opens up the image. There's some really cool ones that have an interactive TV, so that you can, when you put the marker under there and you say TV, or click on the TV image, much like I think Google Earth can do the same type of thing. It opens up this image of a TV and has an on button. And you push the on button, and then you can hear the sounds of a kitty cat climbing in a tree, and you can see the kitty cat climbing, and then you can turn it off. It's very cool. But it's
Thank you.
all of those things are found on the AR Media site. I'll link both of those.
Please, yeah, that sounds awesome.
Karen, I was just thinking about some other things that you could do with your kindergartners. You could take a book walk with them. They could look through the pictures of a young book, and maybe you can add an Erasmus sticker to different pages that asks them different questions. They can scan the Erasmus sticker or wherever they find it within the book, and your voice or your face could come up asking them a question throughout the book.
That's cool.
So that as they're turning pages, they could see that. And then another thing that you could do is maybe for a little bit older students when they're taking homework home, maybe in math. I created a practice one just to see how it would work out, where I used EduCreations, and I took something like rounding, and I made a little video of how to work rounding when they're just rounding like to from 45. Is it going to be 40 or is it going to be 50? And then I used VoiceThread to put my voice in, and then I added a little Erasmus sticker to the bottom of the homework page, so that way when they took it home they could scan the homework sticker or the little page on the sticker, scan the page and see like an example of how to work the problem in case they forgot how to do it at home.
That's
But
That's neat.
So they're linking to your channel.
well, in that case, yes, they would have to link into the channel. They would have to link into the channel.
When I went to the Erasmus website, I couldn't find anything in the terms and conditions about age in terms of service, age requirements. So it made me a little bit nervous. Like, it seems so easy to have everybody see the channels, but I'd feel more comfortable with teacher setting up ones for the class. I linked to something in the chat because I just remembered when Chris said something about the FASTCO thing. I remembered another Kickstarter for Light Up, and that was to make circuits. And it was cool that you could link things on the table in front of you physically, but then you hold the iPad or whatever device over the circuits, and Light Up shows you the what's happening behind the scenes.
Why are there so many cool Kickstarters?
I know.
That's
The best site ever.
upsetting. That's upsetting. Wow, how cool is that? Yeah, that's really cool, and it's like animated. So then, like, you make the little circuit, and it shows a little electricity, like icons going around. Pretty cool.
I put up both of the links now. It almost looks like one big link from my perspective, but it's two links.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
But you do need the player, and it is free.
Perfect.
Now, who told you about that, Deborah? How'd you find out?
Oh Lord, I don't remember. I've been using this for at least 2 or 3 years, so I must have seen it somewhere, but I don't remember. I'm sorry. I've just always been really curious, so I spend a lot of time looking around for things. And being an instructional technology coach, I'm always looking for new things to show the teachers, so it's pretty fun.
Oh, who's Teach Minnock? Someone named Teach Minnock just tweeted, check out our blog for a bunch of educational augmented reality stuff, resources. I guess
What's
I'll just
the
share
name of
that.
that?
2guysandsomeIPads.com.
Don't they do a YouTube thing?
They do.
They're really good.
They've actually got a show this Tuesday night I just signed up for. There's a YouTube invite for it somewhere. I think it's at 9 o'clock Pacific time.
That's cool.
Let's see if I can find that for you guys. I'll put
And a lot of the things that they have for iPads can be transferable to Android devices too. They have similar apps. So if you get the idea from them, you can always go looking around if you don't have iPads for Android.
You were talking about the 2 guys and some iPads guys.
Yeah.
Drew Minock just tweeted. I guess he's watching, or he's sharing some of their resources actually. So that's kind of cool.
Awesome.
Nice.
perfect.
We made it, guys.
Yay.
Yay.
Send it to me too. Who else? Is he like finding all of us? Is he finding? That's kind of fun.
It'd be fun if we could use this and share screens and show the augmented reality in process.
hmm
There's one with a golf. I like Google Earth. Has anybody tried this with Google Earth, where you go to Paris and actually see the Eiffel Tower?
Like on Augmented?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
It's
So do you like, okay, you have Google Earth on your computer and then you put your iPad or something in front of it?
No. You use the program Google Earth.
Okay. And it just
It's
does
kind
it
of.
like 3D?
I was using it as a noun, not an adjective. I mean, or a verb. What is that? Good thing I teach math. But you use Google Earth, and I have another teacher at my school who uses SketchUp,
Mm-hmm.
and you can create the image in SketchUp and then place it on the Earth. So, but I've been able to use also virtual tours for 6th grade classes that are looking at pyramids, and they can actually go on tours going into the pyramid itself and get the experience of what it's like to go down through these pathways and see the Queen's Chamber or some of the artifacts that are down there, or museum tours where they can get right up. You can get closer to those objects in the museum than you could if you actually were there. Go to the Smithsonian or the Getty. It's amazing.
Well, guys, I just got an email for signing up for the like modding and stuff for the second
Okay.
set. So I don't know if we're done on this first one, but I learned a lot. I have a ton of links now that I have to go through.
Me too.
Thank you
Thanks a
all
lot for
very
you
much.
guys.
Definitely.
So,
Thanks for sharing.
good stuff.
Thank
you.
Thanks
you.
for
This was
moderating
great.
too.
Bye.
Thank you guys.
I have no idea what's going on, so that's cool. Cool. All right. See y'all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.